In early 2021, a massive $100 billion gambling scam emerged from the dark corners of the internet, revealing one of the largest financial crimes of the modern era. This story of deception, greed, and the pursuit of easy money highlighted how the anonymous nature of the internet created the perfect environment for scammers. These criminals lured millions of people with promises of high returns. Now let's take a closer look behind the scenes of this massive fraud. In the early 2000s, as the internet became more widespread, online gambling quickly gained popularity. By the 2010s, people could place bets comfortably from their homes. The rise of mobile devices after 2015 made access to gambling even easier. With promises of big wins and 24/7 access, millions of people around the world were drawn to virtual casinos, poker rooms, and sports betting sites. However, behind this appeal lay a darker truth. Gambling addiction, financial ruin, and fraud became the shadowy sides of this industry. In the online environment, scammers could easily set up fake sites to target vulnerable players, deceiving them with realistic designs and causing significant financial losses. As the online gambling industry grew, so did the opportunities for fraud. In 2019 and 2020, the global gambling industry surpassed $200 billion, creating a massive opportunity for scammers. These criminals saw vulnerable players eager to test their luck as a goldmine. They created fake gambling sites, rigged the games, and devised complex schemes to siphon billions of dollars from their victims. Using sophisticated software and manipulation techniques, these scammers ensured that players consistently lost. They also gained users' trust through fake licenses and fabricated customer reviews. In 2020, they launched their operation, establishing more than 50 fake gambling sites across 20 countries. The fraud operated as follows. Scammers created convincing copies of legitimate gambling sites, complete with attractive bonuses, promotions, and professional designs. They lured players to these fake sites with enticing offers. By late 2020, these sites had attracted millions of users worldwide. After players deposited money, the scammers manipulated the outcomes to ensure frequent losses. In some cases, winnings were never paid out, and the money vanished. The scammers continued to exploit the players by stealing their personal and financial information, which they sold on the black market for additional profit. As a result, victims lost not only their money, but also their identities. For instance, in 2021, a 35-year-old man in the United States fell victim to this scam, losing $250,000. This was not a small-scale operation. It spanned multiple countries, involving sophisticated hackers and networks of fake companies. The total amount defrauded reached an astonishing $100 billion. In 2021, an investigation by Europol revealed that this scam was managed by a vast network operating across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. This massive fraud ruined thousands of lives, leaving many financially bankrupt. The scammers laundered the money through complex networks and shell companies, primarily in hard-to-trace tax havens in the Caribbean and Southeast Asia. They constantly moved their operations to different locations to evade detection. In 2022, a major crackdown on this fraud network led to the arrest of around 20 individuals. Thousands of people were affected by this scam. Many lost their life savings, while others plunged into debt trying to recover their losses. For example, in 2021, a 42-year-old woman in the United Kingdom lost her retirement fund to this scam and eventually her home. The emotional and financial burden on these victims was indescribable. They not only lost money, but also had to cope with the emotional toll of the fraud. Families were torn apart. People fell into depression, and some even considered suicide. By the end of 2021, the devastating effects of the scam had left permanent scars on the victims' lives. Many victims pursued legal action, but tracking down and bringing the scammers to justice proved difficult. Many of those involved in this scam are still at large. Law enforcement agencies worldwide launched extensive investigations to find the perpetrators. In 2021, high-profile arrests were made in countries like the United States, Germany, and Singapore, and some key figures behind the scam were brought to justice. However, the fight against gambling fraud is far from over. Law enforcement continues to work tirelessly to unravel these complex networks and apprehend those responsible. International cooperation is crucial in stopping these fraudulent operations. For instance, in 2022, Interpol conducted coordinated operations across Europe and Asia, leading to the arrest of over 10 scammers. However, these criminals continue to develop new methods and use technology to evade capture, making this a long and challenging battle. To protect yourself from such scams, exercise caution when engaging in gambling. Always check for licenses and certifications, read reviews, and be wary of offers that seem too good to be true. Use secure payment methods and safeguard your personal information. Staying safe online requires taking basic security precautions. Additionally, choose well-known and reputable gambling sites and report any suspicious activities immediately. As informed users, we can become more resilient to these types of fraud and protect ourselves. The world of gambling offers excitement and potential rewards, but caution is essential. By staying informed and acting prudently, you can enjoy the thrill of the game without falling prey to the dark side of the internet. Always be vigilant and prioritize your safety.